Imagine two people. Both of them are overweight, and their main goal currently is to lose weight. Now, one person goes and over months and years of hard work actually loses all the weight and looks much healthier and actually is healthier. And the other person struggles and keeps plateauing, he just can't find progress. And the only difference between these two people is their self image. Because both people, they have the same goal, they have the same actual starting place of the goal, but the only difference is how their brain literally sees itself. The way your brain sees itself genuinely determines how well you do in anything. And it's because your self image is just how your brain actually sees you. So, this is how my brain sees Anthony. And so, it's almost like a goal you're setting in your brain. So if you see yourself as a fat person and you're always like a fat person, you just can't help but seeing yourself as someone who is fat, then obviously your brain, well, that's almost like you're setting a goal inside of your brain to stay fat. It's like no matter how hard you want to get out of it, your brain will always find a way to self-sabotage you essentially. And so instead of self-sabotaging you, instead of like unconsciously ruining your goals, you can make it work for your goals and make it actually progress in your goals faster. And the way to change how fast you get to your goals is actually change your self-image. Now, how do you change your self-image? You really just have to rehearse in your brain how you want yourself to be. You just, it's almost like you're acting in your brain. You're playing a role, you're playing a character, so much so that it eventually just becomes the new you. So in your brain, imagine you want to lose weight, right? And the first goal you have is to actually eat healthy. Well, what kind of person eats healthy? A healthy, fit, young, not I'm not gonna say young, but healthy, fit, caring about their own body, self conscious, like self loving. And then imagine yourself as that kind of person. Imagine yourself as a fit person. Imagine like a scenario where someone offers you like a donut and you refuse. Or imagine even worse, someone offers you a donut and you actually accept it. Now, that second one actually works because it's in your mind. You're imagining failure. You're imagining failure, and so whenever that actual scenario comes up, someone offers you junk food, you remember that you didn't like the feeling of failure, and so you can actually refuse it much easier. But to actually change your self-image, just imagine yourself as the person who is what you want. So no matter if you want to actually make a habit or you want to break a habit, your self-image needs to change. As a personal example, in middle school in my life, in my entire life, not entire life, but my middle school life, I always jerked off, and so obviously I saw myself as someone who jerked off. I saw myself as the loser in the corner who can't talk to girls. And obviously, that's what I was. And only whenever I started changing my self image and I started seeing myself as the person who works out, and then the person who actually eats healthy, and then the person who even stops jerking off. It's really just a matter of changing the goal in your mind. Your self image is the goal in your mind of yourself. And so changing your goal, changing your trajectory, obviously changes your life, obviously changes how you feel, how you do anything. So change your self image. The reason why it's so powerful is that it's literally a goal in your mind that your brain is set to do. Whenever you give your brain a goal, its only natural reaction is to actually go towards it. It's that simple. You set yourself a goal by actually changing how you see yourself, and you'll get there. There's nothing else. There's no wacko science. There's no, well, actually, the molecular capabilities of your brain. There's nothing else. You see yourself as something, you'll go towards it, you'll eventually become it. It's genuinely that simple.